Right, another loss by the Padres. This one felt awfully familiar. I mean, at least they didn't lose by what, 7, 8 runs like last night. 4-1 loss. Aaron Judge, another home run. He's obviously one of the best talents in baseball. We already knew that going into this series. We already knew he was the power threat, and the Padres haven't been able to do a whole lot to limit that. Obviously, last night takes a breaking ball, gone, crushed that ball. And then tonight, off of Dylan Cease, crushed that ball. I was hoping that the Padres would be able to be competitive in this game, through 5, 6 innings, maybe leave it up to the bullpen. But that's not what happened here. I mean, 4-1, you look at it, and it's like, okay, well, they were in the game. But if you were watching the game, it just didn't feel like they were in this game. I thought that Dylan Cease, he was fine. But when you're facing the Yankees and you have Marcus Stroman on the other side for them, and the Padres offense, it's a night game, you're playing at Petco Park, you just don't have that power right now. You got to be like Dylan Cease really good level, not the other version where it's still okay, but it's not, that upper tier, that Dylan Cease that we have seen at times, really most of the time, majority of the time this season. I'm not so sure I agreed with the pitch selection there to Judge, but if he would have had that ball down and away and Judge swing and miss, then or Judge swing through it, then obviously I wouldn't have brought it up. Um, really, what it came down to was the offense, right? Dylan Cease, he could have given up 1 run tonight, maybe just that Aaron Judge 2-run home run, and the Padres still would have lost tonight. They didn't capitalize on. They didn't have very many opportunities, let's be honest, but they just didn't capitalize on really the big opportunity when it was Jake Cronenworth who triples, and he's not going to do that a ton. Just in baseball in general, you're not going to see a ton of triples. Take advantage of that. And the Padres didn't do that. And what I noticed there, and I posted the clip on social media, so you can go find it there, was it was just guys swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. And I'm pulling it up right now here for you. And it was right here. Look at this. Manny, ball outside the zone, weak pop up. Some say should have sent him, and actually, you know what? I agree with that. I was going to say, but it's Verdugo, doesn't have the strongest arm. And then there, ball outside the zone. Peralta, weak pop up to left. Crony's obviously not going to run there. There's no questioning that. And then Merrill, ball outside the zone. Here's that play again. Like, send him or not? I think you do. It's not Tatis out there. Verdugo, he doesn't have the best arm. And so, there you go. You have it. I mean, there's not a ton to talk about from this game, to be honest. What stands out to me right now is the Padres, they don't have that power, especially at home, in comparison to their opponents. Opponents are hitting more home runs than the Padres are at home. Doesn't seem like it's a problem for them. And Tatis, he has the home run today. I thought that was going to be caught at the wall just because that's how things are going right now. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of fans that are going to sit here and say, well, Tatis, of course he had a home run there. It was a garbage time home run, solo home run. It wasn't some 3-run homer to really put him back in the game. It's kind of like, I don't know, like empty calories, empty stats. I feel like sometimes with these home runs, but I'm not going to get on Tatis for that. Your job is to produce there, and he did. You're not going to pass up a home run, and he's trying to do well in every at bat. But yeah, this year some of his swings have looked not great, and I just saw today it was a lot of getting outside the strike zone. Now you got to give credit to Marcus Stroman as well, and also give credit to Bill frickin' Miller, that umpire tonight. I'm not going to sit here and say the Padres lost because of Bill Miller, because it was both ways, but he was terrible. I mean, I'm surprised nobody got ejected. Aaron Boone didn't get ejected. Soto didn't get ejected. I am surprised because it was just bad. Balls down and away, strike. Soto struck out 3 times in one at bat with Dylan Cease today. The guy at third, this wasn't Bill Miller, but the guy at third, the home plate or the third base umpire, doesn't say that Soto swings, so Cease has to strike him out again on the third time. It just wasn't good. So hopefully the umpiring can be a little bit better tomorrow. And the Padres, they've got Musgrove on the mound. The Yankees, they have Clark Schmidt. So you look at that matchup, and I'm not someone that watches every Clark Schmidt start. So I'm going to sit here and say the Padres should be favored in that matchup, at least starting pitching wise. But we got to remember it's the Yankees. They've got the lineup. I don't know if you guys saw the graphic tonight, but since May something, like last couple weeks, May 12th, maybe, I forget the exact date. They are like first in everything. I think OPS, pitcher's ERA, like everything. The good news, I guess, is it's a right-hander, not a lefty. It's a day game, not a night game. Padres are much better in day games than night games so far this season. Getting swept, it's not like you're getting swept by the Rockies, but you're still getting swept. So I'm not going to sit here and be all, oh, whatever, they got swept. It's the Yankees, whatever, just move on if they get swept. I mean, these are still games you can't get back. You're playing at home. You've got let's remember, top 3 pitchers on the mound this series, Darvish, Cease, and Musgrove. And if you can't get a win out of it, that's going to be frustrating. That's going to be disappointing. I get it. The Yankees, they're a good team. They're the best team in the American League. But if you're I was just expecting this series, and it could be tomorrow, but I was expecting this series to be much more competitive. And as I said earlier, the 4-1 game, it just didn't feel competitive like the score might indicate. Yesterday obviously wasn't competitive. I mean, the score indicated that. Just frustrating. Don't know if I'm forgetting any points from tonight. It was just another one of those sucky nights again, like last night, but it wasn't as bad because it wasn't a home run derby. Judge crushed it, that ball, but it was not a home run derby like last night was. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's see if the Padres can take advantage of it being a day game and maybe they come out hot early. It would be nice to have a lead, right? There's been so many times this year where the Padres, they get down early in the game and they had some comebacks. Obviously, there was that big comeback against the Cubs. They fought, but you're not going to be able to do that night in and night out. You're making it really tough on yourself when you get down 4-0 in games. Feels like they're getting down a lot, 4+ runs. You're not going to come back very much from that. So, sure, pitching needs to be better a little bit as well, right? But, I mean, the offense, you got to score runs. Well, how many innings was it? Could be wrong, but I think someone on social media pointed out it took them 26 innings to score a run here at Petco as of late here. So it's just not great.